Detectives say she only knew him for 4 or 5 days, but thankfully she managed to escape here, and employees were quick to react.
We were scared, we didn't know what was going on and everything, and yeah, it was crazy.
Andre Davis says he was working at this Captain D's off Eastway Drive in Charlotte when a 17-year-old girl ran inside to escape this man, 25-year-old Patrick McManus, now facing human trafficking charges.
Slavery may have been abolished, but there are more slaves today than in the history of the world, at approximately 24.9 million. Human trafficking is the largest growing criminal industry in the world. When one thinks of human trafficking, they envision the sex trafficking of women. However, it takes place in many other forms other than the trafficking of women, which is a common misconception that people have.
Other forms include debt bondage, organ trafficking, and forced labor. Human trafficking targets vulnerable populations affected by war, poverty, oppression, and has no demographic restrictions and occurs on a global level. It could be happening right next door.
What are some of the major red flags that you're looking for when you're looking at internet ads?
I'm looking for girls that are in extremely demeaning positions, girls that are having pictures taken of them but not by themselves, so non-selfie photos. I'm looking for reflections in the mirror of the person taking the photos. I'm looking to see if those girls have lost a lot of weight in a significant amount of time. I'm looking for track marks. I'm looking for looks on their faces like they just basically don't want to be there. Drugged up or not, if a girl is purposely putting pictures of herself online, there's no way there's going to be an image of a girl with a sunken, swollen face and basically looking dead to the world.
More than ever, the world is making a collective effort to dramatically reduce and eventually end human trafficking. The Protocol to Prevent, Suppress, and Punish Trafficking in Persons was adopted by the UN Assembly November 15, 2000. In order for states to recognize human trafficking on a universal level, the UN has provided a definition which explains human trafficking in 3 core elements: acts, means, and purposes. The UN's main focus in battling human trafficking is through protection, prevention, and prosecution. They assist states in formulating strategies, creating national legislation, and also providing the resources needed to end human trafficking.
Every year, millions of men, women, and children are trafficked in countries around the world, including the United States. We hear of these tragedies in news, domestic and international levels. We see this happen in movies, but are we prepared if trafficking occurs close to home? International communities have constructed nonprofit organizations to help victims of trafficking on a global spectrum. These nonprofits include
You can support and volunteer in anti-trafficking organizations such as the Polaris Project, End Slavery Now, and even organizations like UNICEF.
Victims of human trafficking are likely to develop a mindset of fear, distrust, denial, and conflicting loyalties. Predators use physical and psychological warfare to make their victims feel helpless. After these victims are helped and even saved from the certain situation, it makes it hard for them to trust others, and even those who have not caused them any harm. This usually occurs because they trusted their predator or made them feel safe and comfortable. When they are betrayed, it makes it difficult to trust those they do not know. If you think you have come into contact with a victim of human trafficking, call the National Human Trafficking Resource Center at 6788.
Are you prepared?
Are you prepared?
Are you prepared?